Hello, my YouTube friends. I'm on my way to get a massage. I get a deep tissue, guys. Don't get all like jealous. When I get a massage, it is like I need to get knots and sciatic nerve pain and carpal tunnel nerves and muscles and everything worked on. What I do is, it's a friend of mine. She's a massage therapist. She's amazing. We actually trade services. I do her hair every 5 weeks and she gives me a massage every 5 weeks. It's great. Today I'm going in because I am doing my stepsister and my sister's hair today. So technically it's my day off, but I'm going in for them. My stepsister I live in Michigan, so she lives up north. If you've never heard of it, it's up north of mid-Michigan where I live. It's about 2.5 hours. So when she comes down here, she gets a hold of me and asks if I can do her hair because she's having trouble since she moved up there finding somebody that can do her hair. And her hair is like the most amazing hair to do. I love doing it. She's already pretty blonde and she just wants to stay blonde. So I put really fine foils in, and I'm actually going to try to film it today because I tried to film this type of video when I did my cousin's hair. If you go back to that video right here, where I go to her in salon and I did like the backwards foiling. I'm going to recreate that video today, foiling backwards, and hopefully get a better angle and a better view for you guys. Show you this technique. She has a lot of hair. I want to put like a lot of foils in there, but I don't want it to take me 3 hours. And this is the secret of how you do that. So if you would like to watch and learn, just stay tuned. But right now, on to my massage appointment. Like I said, make yourself an appointment today. Get recommendations for a massage therapist and treat yourself. It's worth it in the long run, trust me, and it will save you money because it's way cheaper than surgery. Now on the way to the salon. Well, first I have to run a couple errands for my husband. Then I'm on to the salon. This is my stepsister Alicia. It has been since November since we have highlighted her hair, and it is now March, so she's definitely due. But how I do the foils, I finally weave them, that way it blends in really good as it grows out. As you can tell, she does need a retouch, but it's not such a strong harsh line. And we want to make her pretty blonde, so I'm going to be adding a lot of foils in there. Now she has a lot of hair, so you won't, even though I'm saying a lot of foils, you won't see me doing back to back. I do have a sections in between. That is because even though we're not doing back to back, there's going to be still a lot of foils packed in there. Now to begin my base, I actually set up with a foil laying down first, and just right there you'll see, whenever I can, if I can see where the old highlight was, I will weave them out and try to just do a retouch like this right here. There will be some places where obviously I can't get all exact the highlight, and I'm not really trying to do that everywhere, but when I can, I like to just weave out the ones that have been previously highlighted. And when you can't get all the just previously highlighted hair, you see there's a couple of her darker pieces through here. I'm going to just weave that part out, move her blonde to the side, and then run down the lightener over top of just the darker hair and not overlapping the blonde. Now, I'm not going to talk through this whole video. However, I will go through the first couple foils, and then I will pop back on here as needed throughout the video that I feel like I want to say something about. But to begin the backwards foiling, I just go through, do my weave as I want. If you guys want to section that out and then weave it, that's fine. That's just how I do it. I'm sticking my comb in there and then just laying it upwards rather than down. Using my left hand as a grip. You see how I'm pushing down there? Now, once I get the lightener on there, I can remove my hand and it'll stay in place. If your foils, another tip I want to give, a lot of people ask how, to keep the foils in place. If your lightener is too runny or too thin of a consistency, your foils will tend to move more. You don't have to have it really thick. I don't like mine too thick, but having it not so thin will help keep your foil in place. Now, another foil, laying upwards, using my left hand as pressure, holding it down, adding my lightener, and then going up to the root and fine-tuning it, turning my brush around so the corner just hits it, so I can just go ahead and tap. And also, again, when it comes to bleed marks, having your lightener too thin will also cause that. Having it a little bit thicker, you can get up a little bit closer. Now, some people probably, think that I'm getting too close to the root and I'm going to get bleed marks. I just never do. I just know how to get my lightener to the consistency where I do not have that problem. The only time I ever really have problems with bleed marks is if people are moving their head too much and I'm trying to get that fine detail in there and it taps it, and I'll, usually I'll wipe it off if I notice it. But the FLASHLIFT has done really well for me, and I just mix it 1 to 1.5 when I'm doing a root retouch. Now, if I'm doing like a foliage or something along those lines where I'm not near the root and I'm towards the end of the hair where the hair can be thicker and I want to make sure it's saturated, I will mix my lightener 1 to 2. I'm going to hop off here and I'll get back on towards the, when I get to the side of her hair, and when I foil her hairline around the face. She has a heart-shaped hairline. I show you how I foil that. But I just left the whole, I made this video a little bit longer, but I left me foiling the whole head on here because if you guys are like me, you enjoy watching it. So this is for those of you who enjoy watching foiling done, like me, because we're weird, but that's okay. So enjoy if you'd like, or you can fast forward when I get to the side. Now here's a huge tip for you guys. This is for newbies, and this is also for stylists that want to skip this part right here or any other parts that you think you might want to be able to get away with sectioning out a big section out of the way so you don't have to foil it to save time. When you're saving time, sometimes it doesn't do any good for you or the client. This section right here of her hair that I just did where her and the crown, it's like where her colic is, and if it separates or if she pulls her hair back, you can notice that. Same right here. Don't skimp out on those parts, please. One of the number one complaints or reasons I get from new clients in my chair is they don't feel like the place they went last time did a good job in putting the foils in there. You know, I think a lot of times clients would rather pay an extra few bucks if that's what's going to give you the quality of work. So if you don't feel like you're getting charged enough, then just make sure you charge enough. My sister's here waiting now for her appointment, and she did bring the baby, but he's over to the left sleeping in his car seat. However, I will add some pictures right here. Isn't he cute? Oh, maybe one more. I know, I'm that aunt. Oh, and this one is like my favorite. Yes, if you have never seen this movie, you better watch it. By the way, I'm taking some photography courses, so I had to, practice on him. So I'm going along her hairline, and I still go backwards, but when I get to the very front piece, I am bringing that forward for the same reason that I'm foiling backwards, is so it kind of cuts out any harsh lines. But obviously around the face, she'll pull her hair back, so I want to bring that foil down. Now, around the hairline, she does have a heart shape, so I just go ahead and do each side on an angle instead of just straight across. I do 2 of those on each side, and then I go into the middle. And you'll see how I do that in a minute here, but just doing the very fine weaves. I want it to, as it grows out, because she doesn't have a lot of time. She's a very busy nursing job, she's a mother, she's a wife, and she lives far away. So I'll be placing the foils in a way that the hair, it'll grow out really nice and soft, and she won't have to worry about seeing a harsh line as it grows out. Now this is the last one on the either side of the heart-shaped point. Now I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm just going to keep going back towards the crown with these foils. I'll be packing them in pretty heavy, but I'll be also doing a very fine weave highlight, or some of you may call them baby lights. But either way, the finer you make them, the more blended in they will look. The bowl, I did tap her root with 8N and 7P, and then I glazed the rest of her ends with 9NB and 9V. That is all with Shades of Q gloss by Redken. I also added 1/8 ounce of Olaplex to that because it sat for 10 minutes to give her a nice good treatment. She was feeling a little bit dry. It's cold here in Michigan, and that's what it does to our hair. Then afterwards, I did the step 2 from Olaplex, and then did a nice deep conditioner on her, and she was good to go. This is the end result. See how nice and bright it is? Look at that blend right in there. And that is a look you can achieve by taking your time, packing in a lot of foils, and foiling correctly, and you'll get a nice, perfect blend. And when you foil the hair upwards, when it lays down, it helps diffuse the highlights. Because you know how it is when you just lay a foil down and you just put the lightener on it. Sometimes if you not blend that line well, you can see it harshly. But when you flip it up, it just diffuses it when it lays down. It's a lot easier and a lot quicker. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, put it in the comments below. And don't forget to make that massage appointment. You will thank me later. Take care of yourself. Take care of your clients. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I will be back with more videos soon. Hit that little bell to be notified. And thanks for stopping in. Bye.